Hello students, in the previous class we have started 4.5. Okay, in that 4.5 we have learned what is continued proportion. Students, remember, whenever we say A, B, C are in continued proportion, that means A upon B equals to B upon C, and if you do cross multiplication of that, you will get B square equals to AC. So remember, always whenever you are having B square equals to AC, that means A, B, C are in continued proportion. So on that topic we will complete remaining two questions of this exercise. Students, only third and fourth question we will do. Question number 5 and 6 are not there in the syllabus for you this year. Okay, due to COVID-19 these two questions are omitted. So only question number 3 and question number 4 we will do, and that will end our exercise 4.5 and also this chapter. Okay, so let us see question number 3 first. Three numbers are in continued proportion whose mean proportional is 12 and the sum of the remaining two numbers is 26. Then find out these numbers. See, we are given that three numbers are in continued proportion and we don't know what are the numbers, and we are given that mean proportional term is 12, means middle one B is 12 and the sum of remaining two numbers is 26. Okay, so by using these two conditions we have to find out those three numbers. Okay, so let us do that. Okay, we will consider A, B, C be the numbers. So let the numbers A, B and C be in continued proportion. Okay, so we have considered that numbers A, B and C are in continued proportion. Therefore, B square equals to AC. That we know, right? But what is given to us? Mean proportional term is 12. This is given to us. Mean proportional is 12. This is given to us. Therefore, clearly we can say that our B is 12. Okay. Now what else is given to us? That is sum of remaining terms. So by given condition, we are given that sum of remaining two, that is A and C. A plus C is given to us 26. So we have these three conditions. This is first, this is second, this is third. We are given these three and we need to find out the values of A and C. Okay. So if you use equation 1, equation 2 and equation 3, definitely you will get the values of A and C. Okay. So for that we will use this. What is this? B square equal to AC, and we know B value is 12. Okay, and here A plus C is 26. Okay, if you use equation 1 and equation 2 from 1 and 2, that is B value is 12, so put in this, so you will get AC equals to 12 square, and that is 144. Okay, so you will get AC equals to 144. Now what will be your C? 144 upon A. Okay, that is equation number 4. Now put the value of C in this equation. So put value of C in equation number 3. So this becomes A plus, instead of C we will write 144 upon A. Okay. Now next step is we will do cross multiply. So A square plus 144 upon A equals to 26. And in the next step we will transfer this A to right hand side, so that we will get A square plus 144 equals to 26A. Okay. Now in the next step, a square minus 26a plus 144 equals to 0. Now we have to take two parts of minus 26 so that we will get 144. You know 18 8s are 144 and we want both negative. Okay. So this becomes a square minus 18a minus 8a plus 144 equals to 0. Just like we did in polynomials, we have to take two parts of 144, sorry, two parts of plus 144 so that after addition we will get 26. You know 18 8s are 144, so 18 and 8, and if you add 18 and 8 you will get 26. Since we want minus 26, that is why we have taken both negative. Okay. Now here you are having a common, so a minus 18. Here minus 8 common, again a minus 18. So this becomes a minus 18, a minus 8 equals to 0. So either a minus 18 equals to 0 or a minus 8 equals to 0. So here you will get a equals to 18 and here you will get a equals to 8. Okay. So we got a equals to 18 or a equals to 8. Okay. Therefore, and also we know that a plus c was 26 from 3, from third equation. Now if a equals to 18, if a equals to 8, we will solve it in two parts. If a equals to 18, you will get 18 plus c 26. C is equal to 26 minus 8, that is 8. And here you will get 8 plus c equals to 26. Okay, so c equals to 26 minus 8, that is 18. So already we know the middle term, that is 12. So we can say that therefore three numbers are 8, 12, 18 or 18, 12, 8. Okay. If you take a value 18, then c value will be 18. And if you take a value 18, then c value will be 8. And middle one is already fixed, that is b 12. Okay. And you know 8, 12 and 18 all are in continued proportion. So this completes our question number 3. Now we will move to question number 4. See question number 4. If a plus b plus c bracket a minus b plus c equals to a square b square c square, then show that a b c are in continued proportion. So this is very simple. Only what you have to do, you have to multiply these two brackets. After simplifying, you will get b square equal to ac, and that proves our part. Okay, so let us do that. So what we need to prove? We need to prove a, b, c are in continued proportion. That we want to prove. Now proof part. We are given that bracket a plus b plus c bracket a minus b plus c is equal to a square plus b square plus c square. Now we will multiply these brackets. First multiply a with this bracket, then plus b with this bracket, then plus c with this bracket. Okay, and equal to a square plus b square plus c square is there. Now let us simplify this. A becomes a square minus ab plus ac. We are multiplying up. Ba becomes ab minus bb becomes b square plus bc plus ca becomes ac, cb becomes bc plus cc becomes c square equal to a square plus b square plus c square already there. Okay, now in the next step we will do cancellation of, if it is possible, that is bc minus bc cancelled. Okay, minus ab plus ab get cancelled. Now whatever is remaining, that we will write a square plus this is ac, this is ac.